Welcome to another Uncut all-inclusive resort tour. Today we will be visiting the Melia, Trinidad Peninsula in Cuba. This is a new all-inclusive resort that opened in fall of 2023, and we were there in April of 2024. At the end of this video, I will let you know the pros and the cons of this resort, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below. While this video is being posted, I am currently looking to book at another trip in July, as well as in September, so if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. If you have any suggestions of destinations, please let me know. If you're new to the channel, my name is Marco, and what you will find on this channel are mostly all-inclusive resort in Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Mexico. I have also a bunch of videos in Guadeloupe, which I think the videos are a bit underrated, so go and check them out. In the description box below, I have a list of destinations and videos that have been since 2017, when I posted my first video. Here we are at the entrance. This is where you will be dropped off from the airport. The bus ride from the airport is roughly 90 minutes to 2 hours. I think it was crab mating season when we arrived in April because the roads were full of crabs. Behind the white car is where they park all the ATVs and the scooters if you're planning on renting one of them. Later I will show you the renting location. As we enter the Melia on the right, this is where you will find the reception, the check-in and check-out. I will show you later exactly what it looks like. Here on the right we have another reception, but this is for groups only. If we continue straight, you will find the first aid location and the exchange office. My suggestion is that you pay everything with your credit card, or if you want a tip you can use some USD or some Canadian money as long as it's paper, so usually I bring a whole bunch of $5 bills. And for your excursions, you can book with your credit card as long as it's not an American credit card, like American Express or Capital One. We are now in the garden area, where you will find some ponds, fishes, and turtles. Let's go back towards the entrance. I will show you the main reception and the lobby bar. I think check-in and check-out is at noon, but if you're flying with the Sunwing, check-out is at 2 p.m. with no extra cost. As you can see, there's plenty of seats to sit back and relax. Here we have the washrooms. This is where I came every morning to have a coffee. In my opinion, Cuba has some pretty amazing coffee. And here is where you can book your excursions with Sunwing. If I recall, the counter on the right is where you do your a la carte reservations, and the one on the left if you want to rent a scooter or an ATV. Earlier we were right here. This is where we turn to go see the main reception. We are just about to walk in front of the a la carte restaurants. If you go through those doors, you will find on the left the Trinidad Saloon and on the right the Ancon Saloon. On the left we have the first a la carte restaurant, Moseco. I hope I did pronounce this right. Followed by the daiquiri bar, the Alma restaurant, and finally the Sasa restaurant. As you can see, this is the chill out area, and there's also a beach bar in the back. Here we have the Avenue Bar. This is where you will find most of the entertainment at night. There is no theater at this location. In front of us we have the main buffet, which is called Rumba, and there's also a grill at the back. On our stay, we did book 2 excursions. The first one was with Sunwing. We paid 48 USD. This one was to go and visit the city of Trinidad. And the second was to go for a hike in the mountains to go and check out some waterfalls. This one we booked with Joanne Gareau. She's a Canadian. I will be leaving her information in the description below or on the right hand corner right here. This one we paid 55 USD plus 25 USD for a taxi. We were 2 couples, so we ended up splitting the fare. Both excursions were pretty awesome. I do suggest that if you go and visit the city of Trinidad, you go with a guide, and after you can go on your own with a taxi or take the bus. The city of Trinidad is only about 10 to 15 minutes away from the resort. This is just another view of the a la carte restaurants and the daiquiri bar. Again, on the right, this is where you can rent your scooters and your ATVs and book your a la carte restaurants. Here on the right, you will find the Kids Club, the game room, and the guest service. Here we have a little gift shop, and in the back is where you can buy your rum and your cigars. Here we have a beach bar, and again, this is where you will find some entertainment at night. Often you'll see some bands playing music. And this would be the lunch buffet. Before we go and check out the pools, we're gonna go upstairs. Here's a quick description of this resort. It has 401 rooms, 7 bungalows, 3-story high, 11 pools, 7 restaurants, 3 of them are a la carte, 2 buffets, a snack bar, a beach grill, and 7 bars. What's included at this resort? You have internet throughout the resort, sports and recreation activities such as beach volleyball, dance lesson, a gym, board games, there's a game room, catamaran, and paddle boats, and of course your meals and your drinks. So basically, if you look at this resort, everything on the right, you will find all your a la carte restaurants, your buffets, the gift shop, the kids club, the reception, and on the left is where you will find all the pools and the bungalows. Now we are back next to the gift shop where we were earlier. On the left on the wall, you will find the agenda of all the activities that goes on during the day. Alright, let's go and check out the pools. Here we have one of the pool bars and the snack bar. Just an FYI, this resort is trying to be as eco-friendly as possible, so make sure to bring a mug with you. If you go to the pool bars, they will serve your drinks in a paper cup. Later in the afternoon, they usually have a little buffet here. On our stay, we had a swim out suite, which I really recommend. If you're not going to take the swim out suite, make sure that you're on the second level, because if you're on the third floor, as you can see, you have a concrete wall that will block your view. The fourth room on the right, that was our swim out suite, room 2012. So we just walked through 3 of the bungalows, the remaining 4 are straight ahead. And finally, we're gonna stop our tour in front of the gym and the spa. And that's the full Uncut tour. Alright, times for the pros and cons, and we're gonna start off with the cons. Most of them I knew before booking this vacation. First, well, the distance from the airport to the resort is about 90 minutes to about 2 hours. Not a deal breaker, you can just have a few beers on the way. I think they sell 2 beers for $5 Canadian. Plus, you get to enjoy the scenery on the way to the resort or on the way to the airport. The beach, so basically if you're booking to this destination, you're going there for the resort and to go and visit the city of Trinidad. The beach is full of seashells and rocks, but maybe 5 or 10 minutes away you can take a cab or a bus. There's the beach of Uncut, and apparently it's very nice. The green turf, please just get rid of it. The resort has been open only for a few months now, and the turf already needs some maintenance. The other thing is, in the afternoon, the turf is extremely hot, you can't even walk on it. I'm not sure if they were in a hurry to put some water in the pool, but the paint is already starting to chip out, so hopefully they'll be able to fix that pretty soon. I've said this before, but I do strongly suggest if you go to this destination that you take a swim out suite, or maybe on the second floor. If ever you're on the third floor, just so you know, on the balcony, the railing is made of concrete, obstructing the view, as you can see right here. And the last thing on my list is, there's barely any shade on this property. This is a brand new resort, so they just ended up planting some palm trees, as you can see right here. Most of them are 5 to 6 feet tall, so it's gonna take a few more years to have those fully grown. Alright, so let's go to the pros. Well, this is a brand new resort. Most of the paint is pretty fresh. The resort is extremely clean. The staff are friendly. The food is great. It doesn't matter if you go at the a la carte or at the buffet. Both of them are pretty good. In the room, they do replenish your fridge with beers, soft drinks, and water daily. It's not a huge resort with only 401 rooms. It's not far to walk anywhere at the a la carte restaurant, the buffet, the reception, the game room, the bars, or the beach. The city of Trinidad, it's only 10 to 15 minutes away. You can either take a bus or a taxi. If you do want to visit a beautiful beach, there's the beach of Uncut, which is 5 to 10 minutes away. If you want to jump in a cab or take a bus, I believe the bus is $5 USD and you can go pretty much everywhere like in Trinidad or at the beach. Or if you want to walk, I think it's a 20 or 25-minute walk. The excursions on the site are pretty affordable. Most of them are about 50 USD. If you do book with Sunwing, the checkout is at 2 p.m. Our flight out of Trinidad was at 9 p.m. So we had to be in the lobby at 4 p.m. but we did stay an extra hour in our room. We just left the patio door open just in case our key didn't work anymore. And when we did the checkout, they didn't charge us anything extra. And that's pretty much it. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below. As I mentioned earlier, I am planning on another trip in July. So if you do like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.